Hello everyone, this is Bryant with Amusement Source Media, and we are here in San Antonio at SeaWorld San Antonio because it is one of my favorite times of the year. It is the Seven Seas Food Festival. Now, we've been having like a really crazy time with our SeaWorld Pass lately. We cannot log in to our SeaWorld account with our email. It's all kinds of messed up. It's been messed up for over a month. So if you type in the barcode on your pass, you type in your zip code, you can log in and access your benefits that way. So we did that to purchase the 10-item lanyard that comes with 12 if you're a pass holder for $70. It never actually emailed me the information. The kiosks could not find the information. So we spent a good 30 minutes standing in the sun at guest services trying to get this thing settled. It was a mess. I hope SeaWorld can figure out this crazy thing that's going on. We're not going to let it damper our day. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Maybe just buy the thing in person. That way you can skip all of that madness. I just try to prepare ahead of time to help with the efficiency, but it was the opposite of efficiency this time. But we're going to move on from that. We're going to go inside, show you all the booths, try out some food, and have a fun time. We have procured our lanyard. Of course, they do print out the event guide so you can see the menu. A little bit windy out here today, but very excited to try some food. And you'll see the pass member exclusive where you get the 12 punches for the $70 with tax and everything. This is like $86, somewhere around there. They do not offer the larger sampler this year. So it's just the 10 or the 12 if you're a pass holder. Of course, you can purchase food outright as well. Also, since we've been here last, this Rescue Junior area has opened up near the front of the park. So we'll have to walk through there and take a quick look at everything while we're enjoying the festival. So the first booth that we are coming up on is Mexico. You've got a fun little like photo op out here. And then your main Mexico booth is in this area. They do have some Baile Folklorico going on out here. They're dancing around. Here's a look at the booth. And then we'll take a look at the menu. So I did notice there's not a ton of like new food offerings this year. You can get the fried elote. They do have some artisan tacos. And of course, always feel free to pause to take a better look. The new one is the Chile lime shrimp. They have sopapillas cocktails, and then you have the watermelon agua fresca, which is a mocktail. From the Mexico booth, we went with the all-new Chile lime shrimp artisan tacos. This is shrimp, cilantro, lime slaw, cotija cheese, and microgreens. All right, y'all. SeaWorld likes to do these like high top standing tables for their festivals, so it's gonna look like I'm kind of a giant when we're trying these food offerings. Ooh, it's hot. Just look at that. This is definitely kind of a heavier taco than I've had here at this booth before. It's really good. It has great flavors. The microgreens and the slaw, they add a little bit of a kick of freshness, but it's a very hearty dish with the way the shrimp is marinated and the way the amount of cheese that it has on it. It is delicious, but it is definitely more hearty and not quite as fresh as some of the other tacos you can get here, but really good. Now, before we get too deep into the park, we did want to stop off at SeaWorld Rescue Junior, which is the brand new park area. The first ride that you run into is the brand new train ride. Here they come. You got like little 2D things all around, but then you've got like some 3D octopus in the little shed there. So that's kind of fun. Very vibrant colors. That's always nice. And this train ride, the proper name is the Ocean Quest Express. Of course, you've got a gift shop over here. It's really not a lot has like changed physically. There's new rides, but it's more of a reimagining. It's a little bit of a fresher concept, I guess you could say. But over here you have Beach Shore, which is a splash pad, and it is nice and warm today. This would be not such a bad thing to jump into right now, that is for sure. You can see a little bit more of the splash pad from this angle, and then behind the splash pad is the queue for the brand new family roller coaster. It has quite a line today. And up here at this little photo op setup, they've got some of the classic SeaWorld characters. You've got Goofy Shark, Goofy Penguin. I know they have names. I don't know the names other than Shamu. I gotta get familiar with these folks. And as you swing over kind of to the other side of this area, you run into this swing ride, which is very animal themed. There are some reimagined rides. So you have this ride here, Tide Pool Tumbler, which is just like a spinning flat ride. And then over here, the carousel still exists. It has just been reimagined. Still got the super goofy looking animals on there. Always a good time. And we moseyed over to Beach Rescue Racer, the park's newest roller coaster. This gives you a much better look, but very expansive. Kind of takes up a lot more room than the old Grover roller coaster that they had. There has been a little bit of a shift in the order of food. So our next booth is actually going to be Germany. Here's a look at the menu. So I know this says new, but I don't think there's anything new at this booth, or they haven't updated this. But you can still get all of your, your bratwurst. They have the spatzel with the braised beef. You've got the Black Forest strudel. You've got the beer cheese dog. They have some cocktails there. And then they do have the non-alcoholic Bavarian Wild Berry Burst, which sounds kind of interesting. They did kind of change up the way this booth works. So you've got your beer card entrance, which is actually where you purchase your items or get your card punched. Then you've got this whole eating area, and then you've got this back here where they actually make the food, and this is where you do your pickup at. So from the Germany booth, we went with the braised beef spatzel. That is the braised beef served on buttered noodles. It also has some cabbage in it. All right, let's give this braised beef a try. This is always so good here. This is one of my favorite things in the whole festival. Yeah, it's still so good. Beef falls right apart. Noodles are cooked well. Has a nice hearty flavor. You can never go wrong with this, man. Happy thoughts. Right here by Tidal Surge is the Mediterranean booth. So essentially what they've done is they've taken Italy and Greece and put them together. But here is a look at the menu here. So you got a lot of stuff from both booths into one. We love the stuffed meatball slider, the chicken shawarma. They have the beef and lamb gyro. You've got the cannoli, the baklava. They do have 2 flatbread pizzas. Flatbread is not really my thing. They do have the cherry of Chios, which is a mocktail. That sounds delicious, actually. That's the first one that, to me, has sounded really good. And then they have the cocktails that you can see there. Feel free to pause. From the Mediterranean booth, we ended up with the provolone stuffed meatball slider. That's a meatball stuffed with provolone cheese, then simmered in traditional red gravy, served on a brioche roll topped with shaved Parmesan cheese. Looking good. Also went ahead, I think maybe for like the first time ever, got a drink. Now this isn't an alcohol drink, but we did want to try some of the non-alcoholic stuff. This is the Cherry of Chios, which is cherry syrup mixed with pink lemonade. All right, let's actually try out the drink first. I'm feeling slightly parched. Got a little bit of like a sour, you know, acidic punch to it. It's very refreshing though. You could like sell this all year. I'd be into this. This is pretty good. Never really thought to mix like cherry and pink lemonade together, but it is a nice mix. Cherry kind of cuts down on the pink lemonade a little bit. This is probably the messiest thing we've tried so far, even when comparing it to the taco. The meatball is so good. It has such great flavor, not dry, cooked perfectly. The bun is nice and soft, not dry, fresh. This thing, year in and year out, is such a solid choice. I know we're playing it kind of safe at the Mediterranean booth, but sometimes playing it safe is good because you get awesome meatball slider like this. And as you come down the pathway approaching Great White, you run into Jamaica. There's the fun photo op. They do have like a rum tasting booth over here. And then you've got the main booth, which has a little hints of theming with it. We'll take a look at the menu here. So you got the a lot of returning stuff. You've got the barbecue jerk pork, white cheddar macaroni, jerk, chicken and coconut rice roll, the Caribbean chicken street patty, spicy beef street patty. I think we're gonna go with the new option, which is the Jamaican bread pudding there. And you've got some cocktails, a brand new one with called Island Vibes. And then they do have a mocktail here. And here's a look at the Jamaican bread pudding, which is bread baked in vanilla custard with raisins, cherries, topped with warm rum sauce. All right, we're back at one of these high tops here. We're gonna try this bread pudding, nice and warm. I don't know if you can really see that, probably not there. Very doughy. It's definitely like a warm dessert. Let's try to get a little bit more of the flavors here. It's got a good flavor. It's not like crazy sweet. It is sweet, but you know, you're basically eating like bread that's been soaked. If you don't mind that kind of taste profile, then it's pretty good. This is, you know, Jamaica, in my opinion, is always kind of one of the more underwhelming booths, but this is pretty good. So maybe swing around here for dessert. And right here, next to the entrance to the Catapult Falls log ride, is the brand new Gulf Coast booth. Pretty excited about this. They've got some pretty fun food offerings. Get up on this menu here. They've got the mac cheese and mud bugs, which is going to be mac and cheese with crawfish. They've got the gator kisses, which are gator nuggets wrapped in bacon. Gulf shrimp cocktails, beignets with vanilla ice cream. They've got the later gator, and then they do have a mocktail here, which is seashells by the seashore. Good luck with that. All right, folks, we went ahead and got multiple things from Gulf Coast. We did try to get the gator kisses. Unfortunately, they were out, but we did go ahead and get the mocktail, the seashells by the seashore, which is South Seas blend syrup mixed with pink lemonade. Probably a little bit like the one we had before. And then up next is the mac and cheese with mud bugs, creamy macaroni and cheese with savory crawfish. And then we went for the Gulf shrimp cocktail, shrimp, spicy tomato juice, cucumber, onion, tomato, jalapeno, and cilantro. And it does come with some crackers. All right, let's go in order with what I just showed you. Let's do the mocktail. That's interesting. It's not bad. but I think I like the other mocktail we had a little better. I'm not even sure I can describe what the mix with the pink lemonade is. I can taste the pink lemonade. I thought it was going to be kind of coconutty, but it's not. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm also not sure why it came in this cup, but hey, souvenir cup for the 60th anniversary, I guess. All right, let's try the mac and cheese with the crawfish. There's definitely some Cajun influence on that mac and cheese. It comes with a good amount of crawfish too, which is great. Might be able to see that, but it's not spicy, but it's got that kind of spiced blend that reminds you more of like a Cajun food. You get a lot of this too. This is like a pretty big serving. It's nice though. It's not like common. It's pretty unique. I like that. All right. I know normally you would eat this with like a cracker, but I'm just gonna see where there's a shrimp. Try to get a shrimp on this. So that's gonna be the one where if you don't like the things that were listed, you're not gonna like that. It's got very bold flavors. It's like sweet, little tiniest bit of spice, nothing that lingers very long. The shrimp was fresh. This is cold, by the way, so you have that nice kind of little refreshing bit when it really starts to warm up out here. It's very good for what it is. It's not really like what I like or like what my first choice would be, but I can respect how good and fresh and nice it is. So I think probably from this booth, the macaroni and cheese is definitely going to be my thing, but I could totally see that being other people's thing. Another one of the changes here this year is that the France booth is now over by the penguin exhibit right here, just across from Wave Breaker. And at the France booth, you have some of your crepes returning, mushroom, spinach, and Swiss, banana, and strawberry and hazelnut. But new this year is the escargot and crepe Suzettes with vanilla ice cream. You also have some cocktails there and a mocktail. Okay, and from the France booth, we decided to do something crazy. And we got the escargot, which is half a dozen savory escargot on top of toasted garlic bread. I'm a little nervous about this, but why not? Why not just do it? All right, here we go with the with the escargot. This doesn't smell like anything. That's good, I guess. That is, you're gonna want to really like seafood if you're gonna eat that. It's very salty, very of the sea. The saving grace is the fact that it's on the garlic bread. It kind of breaks it up a little bit, but it's an acquired taste for sure. I actually don't hate it, but it's definitely with it warming up and things like that. It's definitely interesting. Whoa, that's like the real Marie Antoinette. That's crazy. They've got some fun characters out here to interact with over by France. So of course you got France over there, and you come across this way and you run into the Japan booth, and you just saw the Living Garden, which is one of the entertainment offerings they have over here at the Japan booth. Take a look at the menu here. All right, so a lot of returning items. You've got the gyozas, the mochi, the Asian bulgogi bowls where you can do beef, chicken, or the jackfruit option. You've got some cocktails. And they have the Fuji Blossom Fizz as the mocktail. And from the Japan booth, we went with the Asian bulgogi bowl. We got the chicken, which also comes with rice, carrots, cucumber, radish, scallion, cilantro, mint, sesame seeds, red chili aioli. Looking pretty good. We have had this before. This is a returning item, kind of consolidated from the Korea booth that no longer exists. All right, y'all, it is bulgogi bowl time. Try to get a little bit of all of it here. I think that's pretty okay. We'll see. Yeah, so you've got a lot of flavor going on there. It's very hearty with that aioli that they put on there that's spicy. It gives it a pretty good kick. Nothing that's like too crazy though. There is like a light and fresh element to this with the vegetables that are in there. Get some, you know, the cucumbers and things like that. Really hasn't changed though. Still pretty good, but definitely one of the more like filling entrees that you can get for the festival. As you continue down the trail, you run into Hawaii, which has the fun surfboard photo op over here. Across from that, you've got your Hawaii booth, and we'll take a look at the menu. I got a bone to pick because everything I liked about this menu is gone. But for some reason the ants really like it. So this year they have the Kahlua pork slider, huli huli chicken wings, spam fries. You got your poke bowls back, the pineapple tres leches cake, and then you've got some cocktails and you have a mocktail here. And from Hawaii we got the poke bowl with tuna. So this is sesame, soy, macerated sticky rice, jalapeno, peppers, cucumber, wakame salad, edamame, grape tomato, radish, pickled ginger, masago. It's definitely different looking than it normally is. Let's give it a try. All right, so of course with these, your meat is going to be raw, your protein. Let's try to grab more than just one thing from here. There we go. So it has a really good flavor profile and all that. I guess it's just a little less exciting looking than it normally has been in the past, but other than that, it's pretty good. Them getting rid of the huli huli dog and that like macaroni salad that they had was a big mistake. Those were my favorite. This doesn't even touch that for me personally. And the final booth that we run into is Brazil right here, back towards the Rescue Junior area. Here's a look at that menu. Really not much has changed here at all. Still got the Brazilian roast beef sandwich. You've got that potato salad, which was pretty good last year. The empanadas, the frozen blackberry acai. You've got some wine and some cocktails. And we are finishing off here at Brazil with the frozen blackberry acai, which is acai sorbet complemented with frozen blackberries and fresh mint, something nice and light and sweet to end. I am definitely feeling it from eating all this food. I have been able to share it. I haven't been eating everything on my own, but this will be a nice way to end. So yeah, real nice and light, fruity flavor. Great way to end our day. And it's just something that's nice and cold too. And here out front of Brazil, you've got some more costume characters hanging out for some photo ops. Very vibrant costumes. So my pro tip is to always check and see what pass holder perks there are before your visit, because one of those perks today when I checked was a free tray of fish, so you could actually feed the sea lions down here. Oh yeah, soak it in, sea lion. Oh, wrestling match. Oh my. This is my rock. No, this is my rock. Oh, now it's nobody's rock. Oh my gosh. What are you doing, man? You're a big boy. You've been eating everybody's fish, haven't you? Oh man. The trainer was talking about how the Asian small quad otters actually grab their food before they put it in their mouth. It's one of the things that makes them unique, because the otters next door, they will just pick it up with their mouth first instead of their paws. It's very interesting. The full use of their paws to grab stuff. All right, everyone, that does it for this look at Seven Seas Food Festival 2025 here at SeaWorld San Antonio. Once we got past our weird little snafu this morning, everything was pretty smooth sailing. Actually out here in the preferred parking lot under the solar panel to get some shade. Nice way to kind of end the video, but I would say for the most part, the food quality is pretty much consistent all the way across. You never really have huge issues with the food quality here, though. I will say I think my favorite booth is still Germany. That braised beef with the spatzel was absolutely delicious. I also really enjoyed the drink that we got from the Mediterranean booth, that cherry pink lemonade drink. That was delicious. And having the new options at the Gulf Coast was nice. It's definitely, I'm gonna say it again, I know, it's definitely a bummer not having our favorite things at the Hawaii booth, and hopefully at some point maybe they bring some new stuff into the fold. If y'all have any questions about the Seven Seas Food Festival, let us know in the comments below. Also check out our SeaWorld San Antonio playlist and follow the link in the description, because it's going to give you a even more in-depth look at the Seven Seas Food Festival, more of like an article with photos and things. We thank y'all for watching. Take care. We'll see you at a theme park.